Hello everybody, it's Galvarny and welcome back to another CTGP update overview. Today I'll be summarizing the July 20th CTGP update. Two new tracks have been added. They are Galvarny Falls and Sinister Vault. The new tracks replace N64 Yoshi Valley and Subspace Factory. Next, DS Wario Stadium, GCN Daisy Cruiser, and Lava Road have been replaced by new versions or remakes. Cave Island, Lava Lake, N64 Choco Mountain, and Warp Pipe Island have been updated. Now it's time to show this in more detail, starting with the updated tracks and ending with the new tracks. If you quickly want to see a certain track, you can move to it using the new chapters feature in the video progress bar, or click the timestamps in the description. Let's get started. DS Wario Stadium has been replaced with a new version created by Skipper 93653. The previous version was made by Zilly. According to the custom Mario Kart wiki, this port contains visuals comparable to GCN Waluigi Stadium with a blend of Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart Wii, and Mario Kart 8 textures. Personally, I do think that these textures look good compared to the original DS textures. However, I'd much rather see a new track added instead of a retro track updated. There are not many changes to gameplay, except that you can trick off the top of this ramp now. I do kinda like all the detailing and the animated Mario Kart 8 style billboards. But that's it for DS Wario Stadium. GCN Daisy Cruiser has been replaced by a new version created by Funky Dude 15, Redeffy, and Contney, ported from Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS. The previous version was made by Super Daisy 55 and Weem. In the previous version, only the right path was opened. The left path was blocked by these cones. The Mario Kart 7 version allows both paths. You can now also drive through the pool. I really like how the water looks. This is what the pool used to look like. According to the wiki page, Contney was involved with the project in the early stages, however most of his work no longer remains. The moving tables have been made larger. This comparison shot also really shows the difference in lighting between the old version and the new version. Once again, it is an update to a retro track, which I'm not really too fond of, but oh well. It makes it look much better than it used to be, so that's okay. That was a lap on the new version. However, let's have a look at what the old alternate route used to be like. You'd hit a wall and it would just be terrible, and like you'd never ever go down here. And it uses a cannon as well, which not fantastic. The Mario Kart 7 version adds an underwater section and doesn't use a cannon, which is much nicer to drive. But that's going to be it for GCN Daisy Cruiser. Lava Road has been remade by Renegade Chiara. The track was originally made by Fire Luigi and Karen. This overhaul has changed the colors from blue to red. According to the wiki, this remake is aimed to be easier for players to navigate and also easier to see, while keeping the original text and strats for competitive players. I'm not sure what easier to see is supposed to mean, but personally the road texture of this version creates some flickering patterns in the distance, so I'm personally not a big fan of this. The bouncing metal grating is still here. However, some of the smaller grading sections have been removed. This ramp has been made significantly lower. One thing I really like about the remake though, is that the locations of the lava geysers are now properly visible. Next, I'll show you a comparison shot of the update from a distance. Here's what it used to look like, and this is what it looks like now. And hopefully these changes will please a lot of players who did not like the track up until now. And finally, a little detail that I noticed. The track's road texture is actually animated. That's all for Lava Road. Cave Island, created by Luigi, Sneaky, and Spykid, has been updated from version 2.2 to version 2.4. This track has received a few changes. First off, the old cannon, which used to send you to the center of the road, as shown here, has been altered to make you go straight no matter where you enter the cannon. The update notes on the wiki mention that the cannon entry point has been slightly narrowed, but I cannot see this difference. What is notable is that the item box set has been removed. The outside parts of the track have received fencing. It also looks like the palm tree on the right side has slightly moved. The palm tree on the right before the shortcut, has been moved to the left side of the road, to move it out of the way. I regret to inform that the palm trees are all still slightly floating above the track, before and after the update. Also, the patch notes mention a bug where using a Mega Mushroom would cause you to fall off the cannon. It includes this video clip. I was unable to recreate this before and after the update, so I'm not quite sure what has changed here. Even in the after clip, you can see I still bonk, but at least I don't fall down. Now, of course, you might have already noticed the elephant in the room here. The wooden shortcut after the cannon has been removed. Well, removed, it has been walled off. The patch notes call this the version for competitive play. I'm not a big fan of this change personally. And in case you're watching this video way later, this is what the shortcut used to look like. And that's all for Cave Island. Lava Lake by Joris MKW has been updated from version 2.1a to version 2.2. Not too many changes, but they are significant, so let's go over them. The shortcut in the cave has been buffed from requiring multiple mushrooms, as you can see right here, to requiring only a single mushroom to go through, and an item box set has been added. This makes the route much more useful. The previous version had a pretty bad glitch where you could kind of wheelie through the fall boundary and go up this wall and respawn halfway across the track. And it actually does count the lap, which is pretty crazy. You should now be counted out of bounds, as you should have. I checked the collision model, and before there was only this single gray fall boundary. This has now been changed to a mess of fall boundaries and walls and whatever, so you're probably not going to get through there. That's it for Lava Lake. N64 Choco Mountain by YoshiDude4 and FunkyDude15 has been updated from version 2.3 to version 2.4. This update changes the direction of certain respawn points, but more importantly, there was a bug that would cause the 10th player to fall out of bounds only in 10-player rooms. I could not test 10-player rooms locally, but here's a comparison of the start position in 12th place. You now actually start above the ground, and for some reason the positions have been mirrored. Here's a side angle comparison, and you can see the difference in height. The 10th player in 10-player rooms should no longer fall through the ground. But that is all for the update to N64 Choco Mountain. Warp Pipe Island by Luke Chandler, based on Wingcapman's remake of the Mario Kart DS beta track Dokkan Course, has been updated from version 1.02 to version 1.03. This update only fixes a glitch where your Mega Mushroom would suddenly stop working. It had to do with the dolphin objects on the track, but it's a pretty rare glitch, and I tried but I couldn't recreate it. We'll just have to trust whoever fixed this, that it's actually been fixed. And that is all for Warp Pipe Island. Galvarny Falls is a new custom track added in this update. It is created by Master 35000 VR and Bowlette. According to the wiki page, it is a custom track originally created by Bowlette for Mario Kart 7, and was then ported to Mario Kart Wii by Master 35000 VR. It consists of a jungle with a few waterfalls and a little cave. Personally, I think this design is a little kind of bland when it comes to just the road. It's almost a bit like DS Yoshi Falls, except you don't even have a choice to split paths. It doesn't look like there are any possibilities for shortcuts either, so I wonder if this is going to be a running track online. But at least, it looks very good, it must be said. And that is all for Galvarny Falls. Sinister Vault, created by SpyKid and AMK 528, has been added to CTGP. According to the wiki page, this track is set in an abandoned building with lots of tunnels and underground paths that have a dark atmosphere. The track's 3D model, originally made by AMK 528, was placed on the SketchUp 3D warehouse, and its original name was Abandoned Nightmare. It's got a split path, and I will show you the right path first. When I first saw this track, I didn't think it would be very interesting, but it was fun to drive on in the end. Although the section that I am driving on right now is just straight up wheeling for 10 seconds straight. I like the logs at the ending section here because you can try to trick off them for some extra speed. And here is the left path. I'm not sure if this heap of sand will go up and block the little shortcut here on lap 3. And this leads right back to the street section. That's all for Sinister Vault. And those were the updates. You can now download the latest CTGP update on the Chatsoft website or inside the CTGP channel. Link is in the description. Let me know what you think of this update in the comments down below. I wish you happy racing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.